you annoyed because you can't solve a Rubik's Cube? Tried peeling off all the stickers and putting them back in correct order. Okay, so I just need to peel this. It's just gonna take too long. Well then, this is the perfect video for you. In this video, I'll be showing you how to solve this Rubik's Cube so that you can solve it in 6 steps. This tutorial won't be so long, and by the time you're done solving Rubik's Cube, you'll be able to solve it in the snap of your fingers. See? Just like that. So what are you waiting for? Grab your Rubik's Cube and let's get started. Okay, so before we start anything, we want to get familiar with the pieces. So these ones are called the center pieces. There are 6 of them. So this one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There are 6 centers. The next piece is called the edge pieces. The edge pieces are ones like this that are in between the centers. So like this is an edge piece. 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 All of those. And now the final piece that we're going to talk about is the corners. These are the corners, and they have 3 colors on them. You can tell if it's a corner because it only has 3 colors on it, and they can only switch with other corners. See? Like this one. Right there. And like that. So yeah, the corners have 3 colors, edge pieces have 2 colors, like this, and the centers are just 1 color. So now that we know that, let's get started. The first thing we need to do is start with the white cross. And so what the white cross is it has 4 white edge pieces here. Edge pieces are the one with 2 colors. So we want 4 white edge pieces here. Right here, around the white center. But not in just any order. And I'll show you why later. So here's this one. This is a white edge piece because it has white on it and it has blue on it. The first step, there's 3 steps to this. The first step is if the white's on the bottom. See how the white here's the center's on top and this white's on the bottom. If the white edge piece is on the bottom, it has another color that's right like this. So this one's blue. So the first step is to match blue with the other blue. So what I mean is like this blue center, you want to match it up like that. The next step is to bring this white up here. And how do we do that? Well, all we have to do is we have to keep this the same. So we can't go like this. All we have to do to get this white up here is we turn this twice. And there we go. So now we have the white right there, and we have the blue. And so that's 1 edge piece. And the third step is to make sure that you have to redo anything that you messed up with. Since it's our first edge piece that we placed in, we don't have anything to redo. So let's look for another white edge piece. Here's one. It has white and red. This time the white's on the top. So when the white's on the top, you look at the bottom color and it's red for me. So what I want to do, I want to move it so that this red, even though it's opposite, so that this piece is still with the red. So see the red and white piece? It's not the same, but it's still in the red center. Now what I want to do is I can't bring this up 2 times like I did with my other one, because see, it's opposite. So I can't do that. What I have to do is I actually have to turn this to the right or left once. I'm going to turn it this way. So it's like that. Just like that. The next step to doing this, so that it gets placed correctly, make sure it's still the edge piece with white on it. Next step, you're going to turn this top layer once. And now you can bring this white piece up to the white center, like that. But these aren't matching now. See, this blue's with the red and the red's with the green. All we have to do is turn the top layer once, just like that. And now it's matching the white and the red, like that, and the white and the blue. So let's look for two more. Here's one. It has white and orange on it. So we already have it aligned. See, the orange is with the orange. Now all we have to do is turn it this way once. And now we have to turn the top layer once again. Now we can bring this white piece up. And now we can safely turn this back so that it is matching. Okay, so right now we're almost done with the white cross. We just need one more edge piece. As you can see here, there's one edge piece, two edge pieces, and three edge pieces. Now we need the last one. I'm going to look for the last one. You can't find it anywhere on the bottom. And so sometimes it'll be stuck right here, how it's on the side here. And so you can't just bring this down like that and move it over, because you just messed up this one. So when you have a case where it's like this, where it's in the middle and you already have all of these done, you want to bring it down once, and your white piece is here that you haven't placed, so you turn this once. And now it's safe to bring this old one back. So you bring that old one back, and now this one's free. And so this one has it has white on the bottom and green on this side, so we want to turn this to green, just like that. Now we can safely match the white with the white, just like this. And that gets you the white cross. The next step is to place in the white corners, just like this. The white corners are the ones that have three colors on them, like this one. So to start off, let's look for one on the bottom. And so we see some white on the bottom, and they're the corner pieces. We want the white to be either here or here. So we don't want the white to be on the bottom. But if it is, like me, how it's on the bottom, then what you want to do is you want to hold it on the right side. And you want to go like this. Turn this layer once. Move this layer once. And now bring this back. And that does not mess up the cross, but it basically just brings out this corner. So when you have a corner like this one is red, white, and blue. And so now what you want to do, you want to bring the corner to those colors. So what I mean is like this. White is up here, red is right here, and blue is right here. So this is the spot. We want it to go right here. But you can't just simply turn this up, because that messes up our cross. So what we have to do, we have to move this out of the range of motion. And the range of motion right now is this. Right here. See how the white's getting affected? We want the white to not be affected. So the way we can do that, we can turn this once. If it's on the right, like me, if the white's on the right side and it's facing you, you turn it to the left instead. And now the white isn't getting affected. So we can bring this back down. And now we can bring the white back here, so that it gets paired up. And now we can bring this back up. And so then, see this? That means you did it correctly. Like that. So you want to do that 3 more times. If it's on the top like this, however, and it's facing on the left side and the white's facing towards you, like it is right now for me, you want to move this front layer like that once. And you want to turn this to the left. Now you can bring this back up, and that frees that corner. So this one is white, blue, and orange. Let's look for that. Ah, here it is. Here's the white, orange, and blue. So this time, like my other white corner that I placed in, it was on the right side, but this one's facing the left side. It's on the left side and it's facing me. So when it's facing the left side, when the white corner is on the left side, you want to turn this once this way. And I can bring this back down. You can safely pair this up now. And I can bring this back up. And there you go. You just placed it in another corner. Let's look for another one. Here's another one. It's on the bottom instead. So we need to hold it on the right side. And also we need to hold this on the right side because this white is on the bottom. And we need to hold it above a corner that has not been placed. So what I mean is if this white was under here, that would not work. So we turn this so that this white corner is placed under this corner that's not correct. And we turn this layer once. Move it over that way. And turn that back. And that frees the corner again. So here's the white, green, orange. Let's move it over to that side where there's the white, green, orange. And now let's place it in. This time it's on the right side, so we move it to the left. And now we bring this down, pair it up, and move it back. So now we're one corner away from placing it in. And it happens to be on the bottom again. It's right above, it's right below the wrong corner. So we want it to be right here where it's right below this incorrect corner. And we want to do the same thing. We want to turn this once, move this over, and bring this back. And now here's a corner again. White, red, and green. We want to put it in between white, red, and green. Just like that. And we want it's on the right side, so we turn it to the left. Bring this down. Bring this back again. And now I can bring this back up. And if you've done it correctly, you have the first layer done and the white side. So there you go. First step done. For the next part, we'll be doing the second layer. And so you want to flip your Rubik's Cube over. And you want to look for any edge pieces, the ones with two colors. You want to look for ones that don't have yellow. So, what I mean, this one has yellow, so I do not want to worry about that. But this one has no yellow, so I want to keep this one in my mind. This one has yellow, so nope. So these two right now on the top, they're the only ones that don't have yellow. And so when you look at them, you look at the color, so remember they don't have yellow. You look at the color that's right here, and so this one's orange. So in this case, I'm going to move it over to the orange side, and it's blue. Blue, and the top piece is blue, so this is the blue side. And so you want to take this away. Take it away from the blue. And now, since it's going on the right side, we want to bring the right side up. And now we want to bring this back over once. And bring the white side down. Now you can flip it over again. And place your white corner in once again. It's on the right side, so we turn it to the left. And bring this down. Place it in. And bring it back up. And now that edge piece is placed in correctly. So let's flip it over again. This one has green and red, no yellow, so I'll do it. I'll start to do it. So this one has green. There's red here. This is red. So I take it away. This time it's going on the left, so I take it away this way. What side is it going on? It's going on the left side, so I bring the left side up. And now I bring this back. I can bring this white piece down. I can flip over my Rubik's Cube and place the white corner in. It's on the left side, so I'll turn it to the right. Bring that back down. place it in, and bring it up. That places that one. So let's do another one. Yellow, 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 not yellow. So green here. I'm going to bring this to green. Orange is over here on the right side. So I want to turn this the opposite way the orange is. And now which side is it going on? It's going on the right side, so I want to bring the right side up. I want to bring that back. And now bring the white down again. Flip it over. Place the white in. It's on the right side, so need to do it to the left side once. Bring this down. Connect it. And bring it up. And so now I know there's only one that needs to be placed, and it is the blue and red one. And it happens to be right here. So this is the blue, match it up with the blue. This is red. Red is on the right side, so I want to make it opposite. Which side is it going on? It's going on the right, so I'm going to bring the right up. Bring the edge piece back. And now bring the white down. Flip it over. I can place the white back in again, one more time. It's on the right side, so like I said before, on the left side you want to turn it to. Bring that side down, connect it, and finally bring that up. So now you should still have your white side, but now you should have the first two layers done. So now we're moving on to the third layer. For this part, once again, you'll need to flip over your Rubik's Cube. And so there can be four possible cases. There could be the cross, which is basically what I have right here. Or it could be the dot, which is basically the yellow center. The next thing it could be is this sort of L shape. And the final thing it could be is a line, which could be just these two, and it makes sort of a line. If you have the cross already, you can skip this step and wait for the next step. But if you have the yellow dot like I do, you can hold it anyway, making sure the yellow is facing the top, and you do this algorithm. So you turn that way. You bring the right side up. You turn this layer once. That way. Make sure it's that way. Now you can bring this white side, or those two white pieces down. Turn the top layer once. That way. And bring the white back down like that. When you have that, you should have the L. When you have the L, you want to point it so that one part of the L is pointing towards the right, and one point of the L is pointing towards you. And when you have that, you want to do the same thing. And after that, you should have the line. When you have the line, you want to hold it so that it is going from left to right, and you want to do the same thing one more time. Just like that. And so now you should have a cross when you're done with that. When you have the cross, you want to keep turning the top layer until you find two edge pieces that match with their center, and they're right next to each other. So what I mean is like this blue one's matching with blue, and the yellow. Same thing with the orange. They're right next to each other. You want them to be right next to each other. The other two, however, need to be switched. These two need to be switched. So what you do, you hold one incorrect one towards the right and one incorrect one towards you. And you turn the right side up. You turn the top layer twice. And you bring the right side down. And you bring this side back the way you hit it twice. Bring the right side back up. connect it, and bring it down, and turn it once. And when you have that, that should solve all the edges with their centers. However, if you have a case like this where one edge piece is here and one directly across from it is, you want to hold it so that one of the correct ones is towards you, and you want to do the same thing. And now you should have two correct, and you just do the same thing on these two sides. One more time. Turn it once. And there you go. That should be solved now. We're almost done. So this second to last step requires us to turn the corners and place them correctly. Right now, you can see that this corner is completely correctly. The orange is with the orange, blue's with the blue, yellow's with the yellow. This corner, I know for sure, is good. The other three, however, are not. So there can be a few cases. There can be corners that are not correct at all, or there can be some that there can be one correct, or there can be all correct. In this case, only one is correct. And so right now, what we want to do is we want to hold it in the bottom right corner, and we turn the left side up. So this is a 3. Move this over so it becomes a 2. Now we want to make this a 3 and a 2. This is just to help you remember it. So this is a 3, and now 2. And now you switch. Now this one's a 3 and this one's a 2. Now you bring this down. You turn this so it makes it a 3 again. Bring it down. And turn this layer once. You might have to do that a few times like me, so I'll do it one more time. Make that a 2. Now it's a 3 and a 2. 2 and a 3. Bring that down. Just like that. And so now, all these corners are correct. And so you may look at these two and say they're not correct. Well, they are, because the yellow is with the yellow, green, green, red, and red. So they can be like this, or they can be completely placed like these are. And so now we're on the final step. If you have pairs of headlights like I do, and you only have one pair of them, you want to hold them on so that they're facing the right side, and you want to put the right side up, spin the top twice, bring the right side down so that there's yellow. Move that over there. Bring the right side up. Connect it. Bring that down. But we're not done yet. You want to do that to the left side. So turn the left up. Turn the top twice. Bring the left down. Keep going that way. Bring the left up. Connect it. And bring it down. And if that was your only pair of headlights, then you have solved your Rubik's Cube. If you have a case like this where there's a pair of headlights, but on the other side they seem to be pointing that way and that way, you want to do the headlights first, so just do the algorithm I told you. Turn this over, and do that algorithm 2 times. That'll flip these corners 2 times. There's also a rare case where you have one corner placed in. And so in this case, you have one corner. And if the yellows, and if you want to hold it on the left side, bottom left, and if this yellow is facing towards you, you want to do down, bring this down, move that back over, and bring the yellow up. Do that once again. So it's placed in, and it'll mess up your cross, but don't worry. You want to turn the top layer once, and do the same thing for all of them. Just like that. Turn the top layer one more time, and do that again. Just have to turn the top layer a few times, and that's solve your Rubik's Cube. Also, if you have the same case I had, but the yellow is facing towards the right, you want to bring the right down, go like that, bring the right up, move that back over, and do that 2 times. And you want to do that until all the corners are placed in. So that's basically it. Sorry, this tutorial was a little long, but I hope in the end you were able to solve your Rubik's Cube. And hopefully later on, you'll be able to snap your fingers to make your Rubik's Cube solved. So thanks for watching.